Hartford's Hollywood star. Next. Welcome to the Stan Simpson Show, a program about Connecticut people and compelling issues. Make it a point to drop in every week. The body of work of Sallie Toussaint is breathtaking. She's a former Miss USA World, recognized for her beauty, intellect, and outspoken activism. A Hartford native and former Miss Connecticut, Toussaint is an actress, model, and aspiring novelist. She's played minor roles in Martin Scorsese's The Departed and The Sopranos. A decade ago, Toussaint and her family opened an orphanage in Trinidad. Without question, the title Toussaint is proudest of is activist. Today we talk with a Hartford rising star about her remarkable journey from the North End to New York City to Hollywood and why she still advocates for the capital city she calls home. Sallie Toussaint, welcome.
Thank you, Stan.
This has got to be quite a thrill for you to be on the show. All the things you've done here, this kind of puts the exclamation point on a brilliant career.
Absolutely. It legitimizes me. It gives me street cred.
Absolutely. Good to have you here. Listen, we're in the middle of winter. You got back from India, right?
Yes.
Some people go to Florida. Some people go out to California. Yeah. You go to India. What's happening in India?
Well, I was in the Himalayas on the Indian side, and it was a place called Mussoorie. Mussoorie, yes. You fly to Delhi and then a place called Dehradun, and then you take a car a little bit over an hour to a place called Mussoorie. There's actually a wonderful boarding school up there called Woodstock. People should Google it, but it's a beautiful part of the world. And actually, I felt like I was in the States.
Really? How so?
It was beautiful. It was very modern. Of course, the hotel where we stayed, my friend owns it. It's called the Rokeby Manor. It's an old Victorian. It's a Victorian manor. The English, when they first settled in India in that area, built it, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It actually kind of reminded me of some of the Hartford homes over in the West End where I live. So,
all right. Having a friend who owns a hotel comes in handy sometimes, huh?
It was a wonderful experience, and also there, the villages and the natives and all that. But it was just a wonderful contrast of modern and old India. One
of the perks of being an actress and celebrity, or just something you always wanted to do?
I've been wanting to go there for a while, and it was a very spiritual experience. I love the snow-capped mountains, and the altitude was so high, it was just literally breathtaking. I would wake up in the middle of the night like this. And, you lose weight, and it's great to hike, and it was a great day because I had friends there, and it was a wonderful experience.
Now, breathtaking, the word that people use, they see your portfolio, wonderful portfolio. How boring does it get for you? Every time you're in the room, anywhere you go, your beauty's in the room. Is it a curse for you to be beautiful, or is it a blessing?
I think it's a blessing.
Why is that?
I wouldn't, first of all, I don't think I'm all that. And my neighbors, always, my family, I'll walk around with an Aunt Jemima scarf on looking crazy half the time. And work is work, and looking crazy and being a normal person is more. I don't walk around all perfumed and decked out all the time. So it's not something that my parents instilled in me. I think to have an education and to kind of work on your character is more important than physical beauty. I mean, that's just something that hopefully I exemplify.
You're a Weaver High graduate, Hartford girl. Very proud of being a North End girl.
I'm a Beaver.
That's right, Weaver Beaver, right?
Well, so don't start, people.
You won't go there.
I'm a proud Beaver. My little brothers are like, you're a Beaver.
You were also very mischievous, too. One thing I found out in texting with you, you got a mischievous side to you that I've got to be very careful with a 30-minute show. Be very careful. You are dangerous sometimes with your...
Well, you see, the funny thing is I have two brothers. I have an older brother and a little brother, so I'm in between two boys, so I'm very quick. I use the bathroom really quickly. I have to tell you a story. I live in a Victorian house, and it's refurbished, and in Hartford. And I went flying down the stairs the other day, which is normal. I fly down the stairs for some reason, like my dog will leave a ball.
Down.
Yeah, I'll go fly. I'll step on a ball.
So you're a little clumsy.
No, the dog is always leaving something, or I'll flip, right? So I had one of my falls. I was like, but I do yoga, so I'm pretty strong. And so I fell, and my brother, my niece, and my mother saw me fall, and they're like, oh my goodness, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And so as soon as I said, yeah, I'm okay, my little brother starts pointing at me. He's like, you fell. And then
your brothers do that.
Yeah, and then my niece is like, Auntie, you fell. And then my mom was like, good, because when I fell, you were laughing at me. Now I'm going to laugh at you. So we make fun of each other, and it's a very male sense of humor around the house, or the houses.
You have a great love for kids, right?
Yes.
You and the family. And as a kid, you wanted to have an orphanage. You had a vision as a young person to open an orphanage. Your parents are from Trinidad.
Yes.
Your dad was a diplomat in Trinidad.
Yes.
Now you have this orphanage going on for the last 10 years. Tell us about that. A fascinating story. You run your family an orphanage in Trinidad.
Well, my father has very much encouraged me to be a spiritual person. He is an ordained minister.
Oh.
And
preacher's kid, huh?
Well, he became an ordained minister later on in life. In his late 40s. So I was already an adult. And he's just always been just a spiritual, wonderful man. And he encouraged me to meditate and to pray and all of that. And one day I just started drawing this building, and we started working on it. I just said, hey, Daddy, look at this. And, he and I have been doing that for years.
It's called
Jacob House.
Right.
And over the years, we've had to take in less and less kids because of the economy. But it's something I'm very proud of, because there's a lot of poverty once you leave the United States. I think people don't realize how lucky we are here, because even when the poor people here are fat, this is a rich country. Because you go to poor countries, the poor people are not fat. The poor people don't have $200 sneakers. They don't have cable. They don't have a bathroom with running water. And so I don't think that people who are poor here realize how good that they have it. And I think that's why people from other countries come here, and they're like, oh wow, this is great. We can look at all these jobs. We can buy a house. We can save our money. We can do this and do that. I don't think they realize the poverty that people from other countries have seen.
I went to Africa about 10 years ago. Same thing. You saw the abject poverty in Africa, and you realize that the poorest person here in America, the poorest person in the North End, would be considered well-to-do in some of the poorest parts of Africa, and that really humbles you when you come back.
Absolutely.
So you 10 years going with that now, right? Now,
yes.
Does that keep you anchored, being in the world of New York City and Hollywood and acting, that sort of counterbalance for the fast life that you can lead sometimes?
Yes, I do think that I have everything in perspective. Partially, like I said, my father is a wonderful man who I'm very close to, and he definitely has kept me just trained to stay spiritual and to stay focused, and to kind of listen to your gut, and to continue to be strong, and don't let people water down your fire, that type of thing.
Was your mom in the picture?
My mom isn't. I live next door to my mom.
Okay,
or I have a house next door to my mom. So yeah, my mom is around, and she's a wonderful woman.
All right, we're going to take a break right here. Here with Sallie Toussaint. When we come back, we'll talk to the actress and Hartford activist about her remarkable journey, folks, and the triumphs and struggles of trying to make it in Hollywood. You're watching The Stan Simpson Show.